Wait, why do people in China drink hot water even in summer? I'm Lynn, and this is Lynn Explains China. Simple stories behind everyday Chinese life. Picture this. It is 35 degrees in Shanghai. The pavement looks soft enough to spread on toast. My American friend Maya and I walk into a noodle shop, sit under the air conditioner, and order lunch. Maya asks for water. A glass arrives with a little cloud of steam. She checks the glass, then she checks the weather app, as if one of them must be lying. Lynn, she says, why is my water hot? The short answer is that for many people in China, warm water simply feels normal. The more useful answer has 4 parts: safety, infrastructure, comfort, and care. And no, this does not mean every person in China walks around hugging a thermos. China is too large for one answer. So here is the pattern and the exception. Let's start with safety. For much of modern history, drinking water straight from the source could be risky. Boiling was a practical way to reduce germs. It did not require a giant treatment plant in every kitchen. It required a kettle, fuel, and a little patience. The habit did not begin with one government slogan or one moment in history. But public health campaigns helped make boiled water part of everyday hygiene. From the early 1950s, China's patriotic health campaign focused on sanitation, water management, and the control of waterborne disease. The message was simple: keep the environment clean, cook food properly, and drink boiled water. Then something interesting happened. A safety step became a household rhythm. Water was boiled in the morning. It went into a thermos. Hours later, the family still had safe, warm water ready to pour. The kettle solved the problem. The thermos saved the answer. In my childhood home, the thermos stood near the dining table like a very patient family employee. Nobody introduced it. Nobody thanked it. It just quietly did its shift every day. That history still matters because the modern water system is not identical to what many visitors know at home. Current travel guidance for China still tells visitors not to drink tap water directly, even in major cities. People commonly use boiled, filtered, or bottled water instead. By contrast, in the United States, most people using a public water system live under national tap water standards. In many homes, filling a glass from the kitchen faucet feels completely ordinary. Across the European Union, drinking water rules also set safety standards, although restaurant customs still vary by country and city. In one cafe, tap water may appear in a carafe. In another, the waiter may expect you to order bottled water. So the difference is not that one culture understands water and another does not. The systems created different default habits. But history alone cannot explain why someone still chooses warm water when cold bottled water is available. For that, look at the infrastructure around daily life. In many Chinese homes, an electric kettle is always nearby. Offices have hot water dispensers. Train stations and some trains have places to fill a cup with hot water. Hotels often provide kettles. Students and commuters carry insulated bottles. When an option is everywhere, choosing it takes almost no thought. Imagine if every American restaurant automatically placed ice water on the table. Actually, you do not need to imagine very hard. The ice cubes often arrive before you have fully opened the menu. In China, warm water can arrive just as automatically. Neither glass is neutral. Each one quietly carries a local idea of good service. This is why habits can survive even after their original reason becomes less visible. The environment keeps voting for them. Now we reach the comfort part. Many people simply like the feeling of warm water. They may describe it as gentler on the stomach, better in cold weather, or soothing when they feel tired. Some families explain that preference using traditional ideas about warmth and balance. That is a cultural explanation, not a universal medical fact. Warm water can feel pleasant. It can help someone drink more fluid if they prefer it, but it is not magic, and cold water is not automatically harmful. Personal comfort is real without becoming a scientific law. Also, hot should not mean scalding. International cancer researchers define very hot drinks as about 65 degrees Celsius or above and have linked frequent consumption at those temperatures with higher risk to the esophagus. So if your drink burns your mouth, the correct cultural response is not bravery. It is waiting. The fourth clue is care. In China, you may hear someone say, "duo he re shui." It means drink more hot water. People joke about this phrase because it appears everywhere. Headache? Drink hot water. Bad day? Drink hot water. Your computer crashed? At this point, someone may still offer the thermos. But the sentence is often doing more than giving drink advice. It can mean, please rest. It can mean, stay warm. It can mean, I do not know how to fix this, but I want to help. Think of an American parent saying, get some sleep, or a British friend offering tea. Think of a grandmother anywhere pushing soup toward you. The object changes. The emotional job is familiar. That does not make every cup profound. Sometimes water is just water, but sometimes the message is warmer than the drink. Now for the reality check. Cold drinks are not rare in China. Convenience stores have refrigerators full of them. Iced coffee, milk tea, soda, and cold beer are easy to find. On a humid Shanghai afternoon, an iced drink can look less like a cultural rebellion and more like basic diplomacy with the weather. Younger urban adults may choose cold drinks more often than their parents. One family may insist on warm water. The family next door may not care. Preferences change by region, season, age, health, and individual taste. Even one person can switch. Warm water in the morning, iced tea at lunch, hot tea with dinner. Human beings are wonderfully inconsistent, especially near a refrigerator. So people in China drink hot water describes a common pattern. It is not a membership rule. Back at the noodle shop, Maya looks at the steaming glass again. I give her 3 useful choices. Bing shui means ice water. Changwen shui means room temperature water, and Rei shui means hot water. She asks for room temperature water. The server nods. Mystery solved. No international water crisis required. The useful lesson is bigger than one glass. Everyday habits often look strange when we see the action but not the system behind it. That warm water may carry old safety habits, modern infrastructure, physical comfort, and a small message of care all at the same time. Same weather, different default. Now you know the story. If this made China a little easier and a lot more fun to understand, subscribe. I'm Lynn, and I'll see you in the next story. Subscribe and catch the next clue with Lynn.